Railroad iron is a magician's rod, and its power to evoke the sleeping energies of land and water. Ralph Waldo Emerson. Our buddy Ralph here looked at this and was like, what if we put a bunch of factories? The industrial age brought a ton of new technology into the US. You got the steam engine, and the steam engine, and the steamship, and some railroads. More stuff, probably. Before we can talk about the new technology brought forth by the Industrial Revolution, we have to talk about coal. Not that coal. Get out of here, little rascal. We have to talk about the resource coal. Before coal, factories used water to create steam and provide energy. In 1765, this dude, James Watt, made a new version of the steam engine which used coal to make steam. And then after 50 years, that allowed people to create steam-powered trains and ships and other things. Steamships revolutionized sailing. The power of coal allowed them to go up to 5 miles per hour. The energy made by coal was much more reliable and dependable. They eventually replaced ships to sail the world, which led to more coaling stations, which is like gas stations, but for ships. Iron. The mass production of iron was actually possible because of coke. No, not that coke. Coke, a refined form of coal. That kind of coke.
Sorry, here we go again. The US, Great Britain, and Germany were the main benefactors to the Second Industrial Revolution during the turn of the 19th century. This revolution brought forth steel, chemicals, precision machinery, and electronics. Steel is made by combining iron with carbon, molten iron, and blasting it with air, a method known as the Bessemer process. This made the newly created alloy practically. Humans were beginning to realize the importance of oil at around this time, and as such began drilling for it. In 1847, inventors developed chemical techniques to extract kerosene from petroleum. In 1882, the first power plant was constructed, and from there, electricity use became more and more popular, as we can use it to power just about anything. Jumping back, in 1876, Alexander Graham Bell acquired a patent for the telephone, which made speedy, long-distance communication easier by leaps and bounds, as before people had to use Morse code to communicate quickly. However, Graham Bell's telephone had a terrible audio quality, so in 1886, Thomas Edison designed one with a much cleaner sound. In 1901, Guglielmo Marconi designed the radio, which could send and receive signal across the Atlantic Ocean. Finally,
with the mass production of steel, the global trade started to boom. The inventions of the steamships and the telegraph made exploration, development, and communication possible. Another massive thing that helped trading was the Transcontinental Railroad, which connected the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans. The ability to transport the abundance of resources like timber, oil, and coal effectively contributed to the United States as an industrial nation. With major countries becoming industrialized, it caused an increase in the need for resources. That caused countries to protect the resources they had and create colonies to gain more resources. With the invention of railroads, it allowed for more expansion inland instead of just around the coast.
The revolution about to be televised. You picked the right time, but the wrong guy.
Someone better squabble
Reincarnated, I was stargazing. Life goes on, honey, to her, my babies.